Yo, yo, yo. Oh, we'll see somebody join us here. There we go. Who's that? Oh, CN Salazar. Oh, how you doing? Oh shit, something's going off. Oh, shut up. Yeah, some alarm just went up. How you doing, CN Salazar? Did you post in here? I didn't see. What, have you been traveling for the holidays? Haven't seen you much lately. You're usually a reg in here. Nothing today. Nothing, unless you're looking for ideas. Well, one thing I'll say is we got plenty of volatility. Double-edged sword, right? You love it when you're on the right side of it. It's the size of the swings, right? It makes it challenging for a retracement trader. All right, I got a good lineup here. Some new peeps, right? We got a lot of new people coming in. Some old friends, old favorites. Oh. It looks like we're going to be, we should be right on time today. Maybe we'll have a little time to take some requests. In a training. Oh, for work or for something that's trade related? I'm guessing it's something related to your gig. But no need to apologize. I'm just glad to see you hanging around. Okay, so I guess we'll get started. What am I at? 32? Well, I usually give them till 34 for the latecomers. As always, as I think, most people, last couple of weeks we've gone long, over 2, I mean, sometimes 3 hours. And my concern with that always is that people look at a live stream and they say, oh, fuck, 3 hours. Well, God, I can't watch that. That's why we make an effort to time code when we go through the assets, so you can go, rather than sit through a 3-hour live stream. Although today we're keeping it to 2 hours, but you can go right to the assets that interest you, right? So if you're crypto only and we've got 4 or 5 trads, you skip right over that. Although you learn something from every chart, right? Every chart tells a story. I'll request Apple. Okay, I'll get that for you. See it. Yeah, you don't have to post anything. All right. Let's see here. How are we at? 33. We'll give him another 60 seconds. Oh, God, I hope this first chart, Grant F., longtime member, right, has a very, very particular style. God, I hope he's in this because he's just absolutely he's got a beautiful trade on his hands. All right. So let me make a note here. I'm going to do Apple. Apple right on my monitor. Okay. All right, let's get rolling. So let me disclaim away. Okay, guys. Now, I know you have a lag here. I'm never sure what's happening here. Oh, who's that? Hasta la vista, Barbie. I thought it was baby Barbie. Hasta la vista, Barbie just joined us. All right, let's get rolling here. So, hang on. I know you guys have a lag to what I'm seeing. It's kind of long, actually. I think it's about a minute. All right, where's my mouse? Get over here. Okay, right. So this is Grant F., right? Long-time member, right? He's been with us for years. He has a very unique style in that he's always keying off of, right? He adds in a harmonic, so he's looking for that confluence. It's just one more piece of confluence. I mean, you could look at what he's got here and you could say, okay, well, we've got a potential fifth completed, fifth of the fifth. You've got the median line tagged, right? Well, now that's not necessarily a sell signal. It's more of a target than a sell signal, but often you see the market bounce off of those. We've got divergence here, right? So everything right in the pocket of what we would suggest. He's avoiding, right? So he's doing the opposite of what most people do, which is buy the high, right? So he's sold high, and look what a nice trade he's got. So you can look here. Oh, let's zoom in there. Right. So there was somebody bought this, right at the double, which is, maybe with NVIDIA, right? You would give it some potential, but it's such a bad habit. Like, why would you do that? Well, somebody did. How does that work out for him? Well, I would propose to you that's working out about as well. Oh, come here, as it did for this guy who bought it right here, and then suffered through all that. It's just never worth doing, right? Yes, sometimes it will fly, and you can get away with it in equities. But just as a general rule, it's I don't want to say stupid. It's just the additional risk, and it's the potential. If you do it and then you see this result, you feel like such a complete asshole, right? Because you know better. Right? And now you're going, oh God, oh no, now you're in the trader's prayer. Oh, please, just come back. I'll never do it again, right? Oh, just this one time, come back. I'll never, right? We've all been there. Simple solution, right? I mean, now maybe you wouldn't have Grant F, right? He kind of specializes in these, but no, come here. Well, the idea with if we're gonna break, let it break and come back and check, right? Because it will check, right? Are we good? We're good to go, right? That's what'll happen, right? So you see this beautiful trade. Now, one thing that Grant F always does, right, because he's a very good trader and he's very skilled, is that he gives you a trading plan. That's why I love his charts. So I've got a small, medium, and a large target here. So this is awfully aggressive. And he's very aggressive here. So I might have shrunk the first target. This is me, personally. I would have that pivot, because we know if it's going to break, that will be the first target. Now, can it get all the way, to what he was proposing down here? Pretty aggressive. If it's me and we get right, and he, Grant, again, he knows what he's doing. But if I were to get here, boy, I'd be tightening that stop up, right? I'd want no risk on it, right? And I'd likely be wanting to lock in. I mean, that's what are we at here? From 150 to 126, right? 25 points. I don't know if he traded it in, I don't know, Grant F, if you went options or if you shorted the stock, right? Ballsy either way. Always better leverage with options, but I don't know how you would have approached it. I'm not sure if he's an option trader, to tell you the truth. That's how I would have done it. But options are not for everybody. It takes you can't just do it. You have to understand the Greeks a bit. Okay, right. So this is just beautifully done, right? So he's taking everything we teach here, which is all what we're trying to do here, is give you some ideas. Now, is this too late for anyone who's interested here? Well, not necessarily, right? We've got this double top up here that's pinging off of this perfectly. If you were to see, let's use this, right? So perhaps, right, as we dig in there, it looks like you might have a 5 going in. So on that, if we got a little retrace here, that could be a second entry, looking for something like this to complete and give you that full impulse coming down. So if this is, on your radar, and this is the thing, right? So NVIDIA, right? Everybody on the planet is bullish NVIDIA, which is why this is such a ballsy trade. One, the risk reward, look how beautiful the risk reward is, right? If he hits this, it's 20 to 1. Now, yes, there was some news yesterday, and, this is news related, right? They're talking about, it's affecting the whole space, the whole semi-space, but most particularly, his comment about quantum computers being, I think, what do you say, 10 years away? Well, that's rocking the space. Now, of course, the other possibility here we have to consider, and because it's NVIDIA, right? Certainly we have to put this into the mix. Now, is this the 5 of the 5 of the 5 here? Or let's take this up at a grade, right? So this is always the wild card you have to consider, in particular because it's NVIDIA. One possibility, of course, here is that this will complete. Well, I guess we could put this up here, and then we'd have a 1, 2, and then we're going to go higher. Oh, let's see here. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we finish, right? So it would be an extension of this. Oh, here, let's, I don't know why I have this so fat. Let's put that, hang on a second. Come here. Oh, shit. Why can I not get that? Where are you? I feel like that's, where is it? Oh, fuck. Well, either way, it doesn't matter, I guess. If this is 1, 2. Oh, shit. Can you tell it's been, takes me a little time. If this is 1, right, are we coming down here with 3, 4, 5, right? Could still be in the cards. For this to complete 3, right? 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's check it, right? How does it relate? Well, let's see. All right, if we're here, well, let's think about this. I'm going to push this off for a second. It's interesting. So this 3, 4, 5 gets us to, I got to fuck with this thing a little bit here. All right, so this is the 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it puts us into a diag, right? So that's the wild card here. 1, 2, 3. So how are we doing this, Grant? We're doing a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, right? So it would be hard to lean into the idea that we've got a top in NVIDIA. So I mean, certainly a short-term top is potential. Let's just move this off for a second. God, the double, right, is that's news-driven. This is solid, right? So let's see. If we're doing 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, this has to be part of a larger 5. So it would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if we're going to complete the 5, 3, 5. Now that's, we're bucking the Elliott Wave rule set here. Oh shit! I don't think this is covered in the new rules on diags. Right? I don't think we can have a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 in as a finisher. So this is a little. I think that's only, if I'm not mistaken, and my wizards will confirm this, but I'm pretty sure that's only in a 1 wave, not a 5th wave. So this is a very real possibility here. We've got something more substantial here. Now, the other thing to consider, because it's a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, it could be the 1 wave of this 5 going much higher, right? We have to consider that. 3, 4, 1, 2. So I'd be looking for potential targets here, right, on the assumption that that's a good. Let's go here, right? So we're going to come down into this range here. Now we would not be getting to his targets, right? If that's the case, because let's see, he's showing for all the way from the low here, right? All the way up. If we're going to come to 50, it seems crazy, right? Oh my God, is it NVIDIA going to be at 81? Do we need log scale? Yeah, we do need log scale. Right, we're at 1, 2. Well, here's an example, right? You would have thought. God, that's so shallow out of log scale. 1, 2. Oh, Jesus. I mean, there's nothing else like this. This is such a beast. Now, if we're here, let's see. So that's 75. So here we can stay out of log scale. All right. So that's what I'm seeing. Right. The potential. Oh, come on. For this. My machine's lagging here. Hang on. Oh, come on. Don't do this. Don't do this. I get a little nervous because that one time I had my machine crash. It was this machine. If this is 1, 2, right? That plays, right? We'd be into a 1 before we're going to go, because here we get the 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 leading diag, so the 1, 2. Now maybe we don't make it here, right? So you'd need to be conscious of that. So again, possible modification on that first target. Real question is, at some point there's going to be a retrace here. People are just too bullish of the stock. So if we come down here, maybe it's there, right? If you're going to head something like this. There's no obligation for the market to go golden zone. 50 would be very reasonable. I mean, it doesn't have to go to the 50. Right? Might sweep that low and pop. So I think just, kind of working through all the scenarios here. I mean, we can't eliminate the possibility that you got a top. It would just be somewhat surprising, right? Given the amount of well, let's just leave this here and take it one swing at a time. We've got something that's completed here. We're starting the retrace. Now, whether it's completed at this degree or whether we're just completing this internal swing here, it remains to be seen. So I would take these one swing at a time, right? So here's the first thing, right? How are we going to do here? Are we going to blow through this? If we blow this up, down, we're likely heading down here. If we swing that low, you're kind of late to be chasing here. It does not look like that's something you'd want to buy on the bounce here. If that's the 5 of the 5, right? Let's see, let's go to a 1. I think that's what he gave me as a 1. So here we're starting from up here. Even if I go to 15, you don't have it. Oh Jesus. Well, that pump really screwed up the count because you had a 5 here. So you can't even get a B in there. I think that's a mistake, right? So you're kind of stuck with this. I'm down to a 15-minute. Unless, God, can I even get a 1-2 in there? 1-2, I guess you can. A, so we can probably get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A, let's see if we can get that in there. A, B, working on C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C, A, B, C. On the 5-minute, trying to finish this coming into the golden. Now, again, so he will manage this accordingly, right? Because he knows what he's doing. But see, it's just diag after diag. So we've got a diag finishing the diag. I'd approach with caution there. If it hold now, where does this get more interesting? If we blow here, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Then we're definitely going some of this lower stuff down here. Right there as it sits, I certainly would, if you trade NVIDIA, and so many do, because people will trade this short term in the 1 and 0 DTs. I'd want to see how do we react down here. Oh, you can make a case here. You've got a order block sitting down here. Oh, I know why I've got that. Because these are his. Oh, when I copy your stuff, I get these. I get your color schemes. Okay, so I want to see how it would react down here, right? First, do we break the golden? Are we coming all the way down here? Are we going deep here, the last little order block before we go up? Okay. I think you guys see what I'm talking about. Candidate here that we would do this, and then we'd go into the 3. So this would be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Not much to do there. Great trade, Grant F. Right, he just absolutely nailed it. Right, just a great trade. Okay, so not much to do there. Okay, how are we doing there? Okay, all right, guys. Oh, magic butterfly. Okay, yeah, that is. Some people think that this is. Yeah, this stuff is just fib, mumbo jumbo. Right? It's. Are the fib relationships there? Yes or no? If they are, why not consider it as additional confluence? Right? It's no reason not to. Okay, right. It's just one more thing, right? So it's not for everybody, but certainly, right? You can see, was it effective? Did it produce a good trade? Right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let me keep moving. Final note here, right, as Grant says, standing in front of the freight train, this is a hard trade to take because you just the sentiment around the market, and every time you turn on Bloomberg or MSNBC, which I never do, I can't stand those guys, but if you turn on Bloomberg here, it's just NVIDIA, chips. All right, so to take that short, ballsy, right? But look how it paid, right? When everybody is on one side of the ship, right, tend to get a capsize, right? So that's perhaps rebalancing. Very, very, very solid trade. Okay, just do it. Interested to get your help on a bear. Oh, I think he gave me this. Oh, wait a second now. Just do it. I think you gave me Tesla. Did you? Is that what you meant to give me? I think, hang on a second. Let me try this. I think he gave me Tesla. So let's make sure the link isn't bad. Come on. Oh God, come on. That's not, let's see here if I can get it this way. Oh, there it is. Okay, so, oh God. Okay, hey, warning, white screen coming. Let me, just be prepared, that's coming. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so, oh fuck, that's just too much here. So I got to warn you guys, that's coming. It's really harsh. All right, so I think I can get most of it here. Okay, this is, God, I have this. Fuck, where do I have this? I think it's right here. Let's compare them. No, it's over here. Here, oh, fuck, I thought I had it. I could have sworn I had that. Oh, shit, I can't find it now. Okay, we'll work with this one. Okay, so this, I think I have something. So well, let's see. What's this comment here? Interested to get your help on a bear take of MicroStrategy. If Bitcoin should go lower, I have it completed. So let's see. So it looks like he thinks that's in. Okay, hang on. I got to see where he has. Oh God, that's so bright. Okay, let me get dialed in here. Okay, so this would be. I'm just going to change these colors. Wait, where is my? I don't know why I'm not seeing my little. It's just weird why I'm not getting that color. Oh, where the heck? Let's say that. That's just weird. Okay, why I'm not getting my usual little edit thing. Okay, I don't know why. What's going on there? Okay, let's see. Oh, there it is. That's why I couldn't fucking see it. Right there it is. Jesus. Okay, so I got his triangle here. I couldn't find that thing. I knew it had to be there somewhere. Okay, so okay. W. Okay, that's clean. So he's got it. Now this is his A to B equals C to D. Okay, this is creative, right? So shit, how are we doing it? From the top, A, B, C into a W. A, B, C, D, E. That's clean. Nice. A, B, C. Right. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little kinky there. All right, do we have it? Where's your 5? 4 is gonna have to be here. Okay. So we got 1, 2. I think we have to put it here. Let's just dig in there. Come on. Let's come out of log. No, I guess not, right? So I guess we're going to have to put it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, 5. Okay, that's good. So A, B, C, that looks clean. Right down to the pocket here. Is that wicks? That closes. All right, that weakens it a bit. Right, so we can finish it. Oh, let's go to green there. Well, see, if you don't get the bounce right away, it always makes me a little like we've got a bit of a bounce there. Oh, what is he? Oh, this is that wave trend, right? I think something like that, right? So much like a Stoke, right? You'd like to see that start to come back the other direction, right? So I guess it gives a little dot when you have a crossover. I'd want to see that get a little bit further. It's me personally. I like the thinking. What do we got here, right? Some sort of... let's see. We could look at the Greeks and see where all the gamma is. But if they're that bullish, that's not a bad reaction. Yeah, come down here. Nice double here. It's a shame we broke the golden range because you've lost Al here. How do we get him back? Well, we have to have a big enough move here to catch him here, right? And that's where you'll get him, right? Always want to have him at your back if you can. Now, you can't eliminate the possibility, right? So this is much like the NVIDIA trade, right? Everybody's so fucking bullish, right? Oh, well, you know, when he was just down in Mar-a-Lago, right? They all go down to kiss the ring and suck his ball. Excuse me. And so let's, oh, come here, right? Something like this. I'd want to see that come out of there. Remember, Al Brooks was really the one who established this as something you really have to be aware of. If you're breaking a channel on the first break, that is often where retail will buy it, right? And the implication is the first break of a channel like this or a trend line is it will lead to another extreme. So I'd be a bit reluctant. And again, we're on an hourly. I'd want to see a good clear 5 come out of that. Now if it's me, right? Again, I'm picky. All right, do I have it? Well, I got to start on it. I got to start on something. Even if I go, let's go to line. Okay. Well, so where is an obvious target, right? So this would be, I mean, how do you miss the volume here, right? You can't, right? So, well, unless you're not paying attention to it, right? I mean, this would be an obvious target, right? The market's going to want to go there, right? It must be visible range. All right, so, and it would make sense, right? Because we stalled here if we bring all this together. So if we're going to come here, this is what I would do. Again, you don't have to do what I would do. I'm just, again, after watching this kind of shit for so long, right? Something like this to give me a 5 to come into this. Now let's see, right? So there will be activity here. Could be shorts will cover. Could be, retail will buy in. This is the one I would take right there, right? So I would wait for that because there's no hurry here. Show me. You don't need to be the hero, right? It's so tempting, right? I've said this for many years, right? This has always been my biggest downfall, right? As a trader, right? When I I'm in a slump or I have this innate desire to pick the turn. I've had years of psychotherapy. No, not kidding, but just years of looking at this and reviewing trades. That is just, you never need to do it. Right? I mean, yes, you can post it, you can be a hero on Twitter, but you don't ever need to do it. Okay, so we've lost the algo here. That's not good, right, for this position. So it would make you, it's the kind of thing, okay, so if you took a screenshot here and said, okay, I'm buying this right now, and you took a screenshot here, and then we do this, right? We come up and we roll over, and then you're underwater here. Wouldn't you come back and review that and go, okay, well, what's the thing I want to learn from this? Is that right now bears have the advantage because they've broken Al here. It doesn't matter what time frame I'm on, right? Broken is broken, right? They broke him. So let's go back to what we were just looking at, was the 60. So why take the additional risk? Because you think Bitcoin's going to 1 million and MicroStrategy is going to 10 million. Okay, right. If that's the case, you're so worried about missing, from 318 to 325. If it's going to, you're just adding stress, right? Why add the stress? Where do you want to comfortably trade, where you can look at it and say, okay, if I'm reviewing this trade, okay, I didn't take it here because I saw it break the golden zone. So I know, and again, breaking the golden zone is just a matter of losing an algo. Now, is that the only algo in the market? Fuck, of course not, right? It's the one that we know. We can track its footprints. Okay, right? So if you come back to this and you say, okay, I'm going to take the 2 to the 3. What did you miss here? $1? But you're a little more confident in your trade. I mean, I can go down to the 5 minute here, right? Is there still, do I have a reason? Have I swept the? Oh, we got. This is all single. This is all one swing down here, right? We've not broken the high that led to the low, right? So we don't even have any confirmation that the low is in. We'd have to break that last. Oh, you can call it inducement and change in state of delivery, right? It's the last high before we go down into. So we're one time framing here where we don't overlap the lows. So I've used this example many times. It's okay. Here's the swing. Oh, I want it, right? Oh, I'll get out of there. I got to do it again. Is the low in? Is the low in? Oh, guess not. Oh, how about now? Is it in? I guess not. How about now? Oh, that's definitely it. Oh, you so sure about that? Oh, is it in now? Now, right? At least the potential for it to be in, because these are all just single leg moves. So look, is the low in? Do we know the low's in? So since you can't confirm it, what you're doing is you're gambling on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Even though it just broke the gold, and I'm gonna gamble on the fact that the low is in because I want it to be in. That's essentially what you're doing if you buy it there. Does the market care what you want? No, not even a little bit. So why add the stress? Oh, come on. Why is my... Okay, there we go. Not to get on a rant here, but I'm all for stress-free trading. I'm going to reduce the stress. There's enough stress with it. How do you reduce it? Well, you can't eliminate it, but you can certainly lean into your convictions a bit more. So how do you do that? Well, you've got to have a methodology that you're consistent with. Otherwise, you're just winging it. I don't care what anyone tells you. If you don't have a very consistent methodology that is repeatable, that you can where you trade the market the same way every time. If you don't have that, you are literally just in here rolling dice. Well, maybe I'll get a 7, maybe I'll get to double 6s. If it's not repeatable, you're just making it up as you go. That's not a good way to be profitable over time, right? So if you want to stay in the game, right? What's in rule number 1? Stay in the game. How do you avoid getting blown out, right? Doing stupid shit like that, or just say, well, I want it to be. I want that low to be in, so I'm going to take it long. It's not how you survive the markets. It's just not. If it was, I'd tell you. Okay, so thus, right, to answer your question, okay, if Bitcoin's going lower, is Bitcoin going lower? Oh, I got a few things on here, right? So you tell me, right? How does that look? Well, not to digress here, right? But they're so related. Boom, 80%. Now this was a little tricky here. I'm getting off track here, but you can see what happened here, right? So they wicked the stops. They wicked them at the 65. Right. Remember, if it doesn't close above, they stay active, right? That we can conclude that after many years now watching this. That's all they're doing here. You see the double there? They wicked it. Right? How do we know what happened there? How do we know that's muscle? Because look at the displacement that follows. And so that's all that happened, right? Because, yeah, I mean, again, we're not the only people that know this, right? Again, I've been teaching this for 6-7 years, right? Again, now the 60, David Halsey teaches the 618, right? I just added the 65. I've been teaching that for 6-7 years. You think people that watch this channel and members of mine are the only ones that know that? I see it all over the place, right? People have just taken that, and not that I need the credit, right? It'd be nice if I got it every now and then. But so here's your 80%, right? Realized, boom, literally in a fucking straight line. Who was comfortable shorting that? Well, that's very similar to what Grant F did. Right, where he took that trade in NVIDIA because, oh my God, well, Bitcoin's going to 500,000, next month, right? So we can't short it. Straight line, 80% realized. Now the 80% is burned, right? 80%'s over, so we can take this off. What do we got? Well, we're seeing a little reaction here. What would you anticipate is going to happen here? Well, if this is a B and we're looking for a C, is this going to be 1, 2? Oh, that's not good. What's the alternate? Right. Well, we'd hope here that maybe we have something more complex, and this count is wrong. Because if this count is accurate, right? And I know somebody sent me something yesterday that had this coming in as a to finish the Y here. If this is the B and that's a C, I need an impulse. I need 5 here. That's bearish, boys. Right? If now we don't know, right? We can't say for sure. Oh, how did he give it to me? Oh shit, I gotta look. I mean, but that's our best case here, right? Now, okay, the next thought might be, oh, well, maybe we're going to truncate here, and we're going to do the C in a straight line. Well, we did the A in a straight line. I mean, well, maybe not as straight. Sorry, I didn't leave. I just height of cedar fever here, so I had to. It was a little allergy issue, right? Okay, so I'm in a straight line down here. Not even this kind of a pullback. Is it a 1? Is it a C? Well, it's not a 3. Could that be the C? It would be uncharacteristically short. I mean, if we're comparing it, I suppose it's a contender, right? What's the bad news? If it's a 1, right, then we're going much lower. If it's a B, right, 1. Best case, this has to be A, B, C. Oh shit! I don't know that I can do it on the fly here. We still get to a B. This is bad news, right? So okay, back to MicroStrategy. All the more. So it's essentially mimicking what Bitcoin's doing. So is this what we got here? To me, that just means hold your powder, right? Why? When it's that unclear, hold. This, right? All of this analysis, great work. See this, right? Remember what the market's going to do here is that you've got a clear double distribution here. So the reasonable target here would be if we're going to come up here. Now, do we hold here, right? It's the ledges, right? You want to pay attention to. So we got to get this clear low volume node here. So if we're going to come back, here's the high point right here. These high points, we get to that ledge. Well, that's just about the time you'd anticipate. Oh, all right, now we're going to come back. We're going to go outside of value. But this move here is the one you got to watch, right? I would just draw it up like this. Okay, if we're coming back this direction, what happens here? Or even here, right at the ledge. Just out of curiosity. You want to buy that? I said that last week as Bitcoin was approaching the 50, right? I said, do you want to buy it? It was right here. You want to buy it? Well, you got the distance here. Right? Did you get out? I'm going to guess not. Okay, right. So watch, right? Watch. Right. So this all. If we get through this, oh, okay. Now I got a 3 on my hands. Right. Good news. But right here, don't do that. Right. You'll be kicking yourself. And if you get away with it, then you'll just do it the next time. Sooner or later, you'll blow yourself up. Okay, just do it. I hope that helps. Oh, I like this handle. The Hangman with a THU. The Hangman. Cool. Okay, so let's see what he's got. He's given me Tesla. Let's see here. I think I can do it. Oh shit! Whoops. Sorry. White screen coming. Let's Tesla chart. Okay, I got a 1 hour on Tesla. That's funny because I thought the other one was Tesla. There's Tesla, right? So I think we might be able to do both of these. Okay, so here's, oh shit, I never know. Is that your stuff or my stuff? This is my stuff. Okay, all right, so there's the buy side. When I copy, I get their indicators and their colors. Okay, so this is a nice little indicator. It's Lux Algos, buy side, sell side liquidity. Right? It's just highlighting where that liquidity is. They have some nice stuff. Okay, so if we're looking at this, you know, Thung Man, I don't have your stuff though. I'm not getting your content. Where is it? No, it's not there. I'm not getting yours. Why can't I get your stuff on there? Let's see if I do it this way. Does that work? Does that work? Let me see if that works. There we go. Okay. So you've got it ABC coming into the low. What are we on? You give me a... Just give me... Okay, 15-minute, right? So this is short-term trading. So we get a completed 5. We get a 3 down here. Looks like we're right at the golden, starting to get a little pop. He's got targets up here at 420. Okay, let's dig in there. What did you give me? You give me a 15-minute. Okay, so let's go to a 15-minute. All right, well, now you can see, right? That's kind of a nice little feature here. Grabbing, did they grab liquidity? Liquidity, right? Nice little indicator. I believe it's one of their free ones. Okay, so we just to mimic what he's got, right? So it looks, no, that's not going to be there. It's going to have to be here. A, B, because we have a clear 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd have to do A, B, C, which I think looks like it plays. Yeah. No, it's fuck. It's fine. Not get too caught on that. Okay, so 1, 2. What now? You know what I'm going to do next, right? I don't even have to do it. Right, so do we need log here? No, it's not far enough. Okay, so oops. That's why I don't like to go too low, right? It just gets so squirrely down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what are we reacting to, right? Why what's we got? Well, other than, you know, I'm not going to touch any of that. Let's go to a 30 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, sometimes here it's just easier to see it with a line. Well, it would have to play like this, right? This would. Oh, that's not what I want. I want this. 5. That's what we need. Do we have that? That's what closing gives us. So it would have to be A, B, right? This being all wick, but we want to count that. Can we get it? Do we have a 2? Do we? Well, clearly we have a triangle here, so that's. Anybody have any conviction in that? I would think not. I don't think that's what we have. No way you're getting an impulse in there. It's not quite a... God, best thing I can see here, and I should have something like this going in as a combo. A, B, C into an X, A, B, C, or I mean, that'd be your best case here, and I'd have to go down. Jesus, let's go to a 5. See if we can make that fly. A, B, C into a W, A, B, C into an X, A, triangle B. That flies. Okay, so we can make that fly. Okay, we'll get there sooner or later. Okay, so that flies. So this can stay. This can go yellow as well. All right, so WX. I don't love it, but you know, if you're looking for a solution to the puzzle, well, there's potential solution. Okay, so that would suggest we have a pivot here. What are we reacting to? It looks like it's this unmitigated order flow right here. It's bullish order flow, right? So we tap. We don't quite get the 50. We know we broke the golden here. So what would your hope be that we're gonna now? This is all single time framing, right? We're just straight down here. We got to clear that. When we clear that, okay, glimmer, right? We can confirm the low. Really, there's a change of character if we can get up here. Right now, where's the trade? Boom. What do we have to be mindful of? Now I'm down on the 5-minute, right? But he's trading this short term. We got the 50 and the golden, right? To be resistance. Why take the extra risk? That's always my point, right? Why, right? What kind of conviction do you have in this count? You know, okay, is it potential? Right, I'll wait for that. Oh, let's finish this out here. I mean, other things we can put on this. Okay, remember now, if we break, this is a trend line. Again, back to the Al Brooks ruling. All right, if we break that trend line, who buys there? Retail buys there. Where can you? I mean, you can see how this could play. They could fuck with retail right here. Okay, so there's potential liquidity right here, right? So you can see this popping up here. We're going to go pop here. Now, here's the test, right? When we come back down, right? This will confirm the low. If we sweep that, right, we'll have change of character because it's been lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Oh, something changed. Now, right, there's no risk-free trading, so you would be taking the risk here. Your worst case would be down here, right, if you're going to get stopped out. No, you don't have to take that much risk. You put the 787. See, that's a, let's put it right here. That's always a conundrum, right? Because it's really easy to go, okay, I'm going to give it a little bit more room. Okay, let's go 787. Oh, no, well, they're not. Oh, well, okay, maybe I'm 887. 886, maybe that. Oh, well, if they sweep the low, oh, then all they're doing is they're just sweeping the low, right? It's easy to talk yourself into staying with a bad trade. It's incredibly, we've all done it, right? I've done it. Trust me. That's why I can point it out because I've lived it. So, they're just sweeping the low. That's all that's happening, right? They're not going to get this low. Okay. Well, they're not going to get this low. Right. That's what happens, right? I don't have to guess as to whether or not if you've been trading for more than 5 days, it's already happened, right? Oh, no, why? Because we don't want to get stopped out. Just simple as that, right? We don't want to admit we're wrong, right? So that's how a simple little trade like this turns into, oh, fuck. That's an oh, fuck trade right there. If you don't just take the stop. Right, that's where almost all problems with traders, new traders start. Right, they won't take the stop because they don't want to admit they're wrong. Right? It's not a small thing. It's a very hard thing to build that discipline. It may take you blowing up a couple of accounts before you just get to the point where you realize how reluctantly the market gives, but how aggressively it takes. You make a mistake, oh, you're going to get punished. I've been saying this for many years. The market has an unbelievable capacity to punish mistakes. Until you learn that and respect it, you're in for a rough ride. I know, it seems like it should be so easy. How hard can it be? It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. Well, hardest easy money you'll ever make. Okay, I hope that helps you, the hangman. I like your handle. There's your best case scenario here, right? Let it come to the golden, and if you get the reaction, take it, but put a fucking stop on it. You can listen to me, or you can learn the hard way. It's up to you. Steel Swarm, what are you up to, man? Steel Swarm, he's an active new member. He's posting a lot. Like to see that. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's come over here. Chainlink. Okay. I think I think he wanted this last week, and I ran out of time, or I forgot to get her. Let's see how he's doing. I will admit I have a shitload of this. Okay, we're on Binance here on a 2-hour. Okay, well, I'm going to just make a quickie. Oh, accommodating the old brain here. Okay, so let's get that in. So we're in log scale. Got a nice RSI down here. This is one we recommend, right? So you get the nice, markings of the crossover. This looks like some very nice work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, again, as I like to say, a fifth grader could probably get that one. Okay, A, B. Oh, what happened there? Well, let's pick that apart. Okay, so he's looking at the golden here. Where are you pulling from? Okay, so you're pulling from. Oh, do you have that locked? No, you don't. Okay, so this is a complete. All right, where are we? From $9. Yeah, so we have to be in log. Since we're on Binance, let's get a few things on here. Yeah, anchored VWAP, always good to get a feel for where that is. So we're below anchored VWAP. Let's look at the volume here. All right. Okay, so again, here we are coming into a high volume node at the golden zone, right? That's a good sign. So you can see why you might get a reaction here and how this will often be a magnet, right? If we haven't broken the ledge here, which would be the edge of value from this low. We've got all of this consolidation right here that he's highlighting. Okay, let's look here for a second. Okay, so that looks like a clean 5, and that's an obvious 3. Yeah, see, this is a tricky one because it would have been very easy to look here and think, oh, okay, it's in. All right, but he's adapted to this. I can't remember if he was in this before. Well, let's get some yellow on there. It's too bad. You might have had a triangle there, but oh no, we couldn't because that would have been a second. Okay, so this, what are we doing here? Let me pull out a sec. Now this is the conundrum of so much of crypto, right? What are we doing with this? Are we trying to count that? 3, 5. Well, shit. What is it? 3. It's consolidation, right? And then from the contraction, expansion. Well, all right, this is where it starts, right? So where does the Elliott start? Right here. All right, so to pull from that, as he's doing, I think makes the most sense. I got to look at it out of log just to get some perspective, right? It puts this in perspective. Now, if we were to, need another, 1, 2, we can come back to this. But it sits right now. Now I'm out of log scale. So my low being 9 to 30. I like to look at it in both, right? So I don't misinterpret something because of the compression, right? So I know that it's 4 times the range. But okay, if I'm coming down into this, it just visually, it just makes more sense to my brain to see, oh, okay, well now that, because here that doesn't really look like, oh, is that 62% of the swing? It doesn't really look like it to your mind's eye. Now, okay, that looks good. Okay, so there's a 4. Let's go down to a 1. And I'm going to just change this a little bit. Let's get that into a brighter blue so I can see it. Well, okay, let's assume this is what we've got happening here. Does that make sense? Well, let's consider this. Does that make sense? No. Well, this is actually, as I sit here looking at this, here's a nice example, right, of coming back into where the high volume is. So we retrace right to the POC. Okay, AB. Well, if that's AB, oh, this is not good news for link holders, myself included. I'm going to pull this off just for a sec. Because what does that suggest, right? Let's use that word. What does that suggest? Not what does it guarantee? What does it suggest? What does it imply through that price action? Right? If we think about applying Elliott Wave to it, right? So if this is a solid A, what do we want? What we want is an ABC. Let's see. So we can come back to this and say, boy, can we reinterpret this? Well, how could we get that to fly? Jesus, fucking triple top up here. You know, not to beat a dead horse, but you know somebody bought it there. A, B, C, W, X, Y. That's kind of what you want. But is that wishful thinking, right? You got to ask yourself, are you doing it because that's what you want to see, because you're bullish or you're long? Well, that's a 3, so likely this is not the pivot, right? We likely do it over here. So that creates the possibility we might have that, right? So if we look here, right, we didn't sweep that. So, and this is clearly a 3, so God, maybe you can get away with that. If we push it over here, truncate this a little bit, since these are all wicks, there's the highest close. So you could probably talk yourself into it. A, B, C. Let's pull back out there. See if that's going to distort so much. A, B, C. A little bit of a hopium here. So this becomes W, W, X, Y. That's what I'm going to give you the most optimistic count here. Excuse me. Listen, I'm long, right? So I'm going, oh shit. I do not want this to be a 1-2, because if that's the start of the 3, we're going way lower. Way low. Did I say way lower? If this is A, B, and this is 1, 2, and this would be the 1 of the 3. Oh, that's bad news. Okay, so let's consider an alternate to that, because that would put us back to the launch point. Again, I'm out of log scale here, so we want this to be ABC, right? Want and what we get, 2 different things. We shall see. But you have all the ingredients for this to complete down here. So that pops up here. All right, so again, note, hopefully you've seen that 80% again, right? There's your 80% again, and so that's burned. So we can take this off, all right? You don't need, now it's gone. So what do we have here? It just looks like much of what crypto's doing, right? Just sideways. Sideways, sideways, sideways. Sideways, bigger degree, right? It's a lot of volatility, but we're not really going anywhere. If anything, we're going lower. So is that where we're headed to, right to the edge of value here? This was value, right? There was, right? We're just stuck in that range. Pop, right? New value. Oh, is it? Well, that's the POC. We've tagged it multiple times. We better hope that's what it is. A, B, C. It's not particularly well balanced. The X is solid, A, B, C. So let's put one of the little mile marker on that, right? Because there is a strong tendency for consistency here. That would put you at the 100, at the golden zone. Oh, we can probably do this little consolidation here. Right there, let's tighten that up a bit. That high volume node here right at the 50. So, okay, what's the degree of conviction there? I would put that as moderately low, right? If we come into this, I'm not just buying it. I want to see a reaction. I want to see a pretty good reaction. And then I'm much more comfortable adding. Well, because think of that, right? If that would be, if we get lucky here, and we go A, B, or W, X, Y, and we go 1, 2. Okay, what is that? What would that be? Let's complete it. And just to keep it simple. Not going to be 3. Well, if this is 1, well, let's finish the full thing, right? Again, this is just a massive advantage that Elliott Wave has over every other technical approach. Right? You don't get that kind of roadmap from anything else. Period. So why doesn't everybody use it? Oh, fuck, that's too hard, man. I wanted 26 corrections I have to memorize, so I'm going to have to put some work into this? Oh, fuck that, man. I'll just watch some YouTube videos of SMC and ICT, and oh, that's so easy. They're all making millions. I know. I see it posted on Twitter every day. No, they're not. but I get a clear, right, again, I get if this then that. So if I pivot here and I start to rally, I can make a deduction here, right, based on 96 years of precedent. Not just, oh, because ICT's been posting it since 2021. No, I've got 96 years of precedent here that if I pivot down here and I complete a 1-2, there's a very high probability that I'm headed much higher for a 3, right? Very high probability. Not a guarantee. Not certainty, but I can take that trade with some conviction. But I'm not taking it at the pivot. I'm taking it right here. Because where's my risk reward? Right? What does that look like? Oh, come here. Oh, this takes me a minute to find these. Right. So if I'm right here, minimum, right? If I'm going to get here, what's that going to be? That's going to be 1 of 3, not 3. Where's my stop? And even there on a 2-hour, that's only 4.5 to 1. That's if I get this. And that's if I get a perfect impulse that comes off of that. Well, you're not going to label that the 3 unless you get some sort of, massive extension on one of these. Likely, you're going to label that as the 1 of the 3, which is what that's what you're hoping for if you're a bull in this. So let's go back to log scale and see, does that make sense, right? If this is 1, 2, and this is going to be 1, 2, well, then again, that's not going to be 3. I mean, motive way, I got 2 types, right? I got a diag or I got an impulse. That's, again, grab a 5th grader. They can probably get the 5s and 3s. Where does it get tricky, right? All the corrections, as we just went through. Is that a WXY? Well, we kind of want it to be. Do we know it is? No. Is it a valid count? Yes. So is it worth the risk, right? Well, you have to make that decision. Maybe you back the size off, right? So right here, right, you don't want to enter. You don't never need to be the hero, right? You enter right here on the pullback. I don't care how far that goes. You don't need to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. Let somebody else, right, have the machete, right, and clear the path. You'll take the retrace, right? Are you going to miss anything? Well, you might. Okay, next trade. We human beings, we make trading so much harder than it needs to be. Right? And I'm not saying it's easy, but we complicate it because of our biases and because we don't want to admit we're wrong and because nobody likes to be wrong. You have to get over that or you will not survive. You have to accept you're going to be wrong more than you're right. Period, period, period. I don't care who you are. You're going to be wrong more than you're right. If you can't accept that and lean into it, this is not the place for you spending time and money. Okay, let me keep moving. Oh, what do we got? Okay, so Steel Swarm, I got you. Mojaka, welcome back. BTQ, bought under a year ago. It's up big. Oh, good for you, man. So, hang on. That's me muting because I have to clear my throat. Okay, let's take a look here. Copy link. Let's, is this a white screen? No, it's not. Okay, so let's go here. BTQ, oh, this looks interesting. All right. BTQ. No idea what they do. Makes me want barbecue. Okay. Oh, I see the conundrum, right? Well, what's he asking himself, right? Is that the 5, right? That's the obvious question. So what's the rest of his where it's a potential impulse, maybe topping? Whoa, oh God, they made it hard for you, didn't they? Right. Well, that's pretty solid. Just because you have to do this, right? So let's just take it out of here and just take a look here. You guys are seeing that, right? Does that help? I know, probably just a coincidence. Okay, let's, I'm going to push this off since we're well beyond that. Let's go back to log scale. All right, so, oh God, that's a tough call, man. See, this is where it really looks like, right? So that it makes it look like it's done, right? That's why you want to look at it in both. So you get perspective, right? You really, that looks like it's the 1-2? No. And it's golden, right? So if we come all the way over here, let's go to the low. Now, let's see how do it this way. Okay, so you see what I'm pulling from. Oh, come here. Let's get it right on that. Okay. Now I could show you Bitcoin. I could show you the NQ. I could show you the ES, right? And they've all done the exact same thing, right? They pivot at the golden zone. And it's very easy to say, oh, well, that's because of some other, oh, that's just a coincidence. Really? Well, we'll look at them before I get off here, right? It is not a coincidence. Now, the cause as to why it falls so hard, right? That's there's always a cause for it, right? That's not just, oh, well, the algos pushed it down. It's the reaction here is when one of the algos firing to catch it. But again, so 1-2 seems pretty reasonable. Okay, where are we in this? So, but to answer your question, Mo, well, looks like you've ridden through the 1-2. So if we put this in context, let's do that. One. Do we know? No, we don't know. Let's finish that. Oh, fuck me. Come here. God damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to get that. Going too fast. Okay. 1. Is that 2? Could it be? All right, that's the next question. Is it 2? And then could it be? Well, are the ingredients there? Perhaps. And we're down to a 15-minute. So you know what I'm going to say already. I don't even have to say it. Do we want to do this? Because so if you're buying it here, what are you anticipating? Oh, it's just, of course, it's just going to keep going. It's not going to retrace. That's what you're saying. Okay, this is nice, but wouldn't you like to see a pivot come? Maybe we're going to fill the gap. Maybe we go this far, right? We fill the gap. And well, who knows? Nobody knows. Where's the better risk reward? It's just not that hard, right? It's just not that hard to do this. Can I get that? Don't know. But isn't this a better looking trade? Because now I've got this followed by that. That gives me the higher probability that I'm going to get this, right? Not this. That's what retail does. Oh yeah, this thing. Oh man, I read something on Bloomberg. I read it on Twitter. Right? I saw a video on TikTok. I am sure this thing's going to the moon. Right? That's sadly, that's very common. We're retracement traders. So anything you look at, any video, live stream, anything you've ever seen from us, it's always going to be about the retracement. Never the. We don't buy breakouts. In fact, we go out of our way to try and teach you to avoid it. Somebody bought up here. Okay, right, that probably helped you there, Mojaka. I think your 1-2 is tenuous, but it's potential. So if you're going to stay with it, well, you took the whole ride down. I know it looks less severe in log. Oh, that's all I gave back. But take it out of log, that's a pretty severe give back. But fortunately, you got a technical bounce, right? So you could stay. I mean, you're this far into it, right? If anything, right, you could potentially add to it. I don't know how. Oh, you said your position's light. You got a potential add here because the TA is pretty good. All right. How we doing here? Oh, I guess you guys are adding. Okay, that's good. Steel Swarm, back for more. Also trying to share a messy Cardano one, but can't seem to be able to get it. So it will just, this is the one I'm struggling with. Okay, let me see here what you're doing. Maybe I can help, maybe not. Let's see. Okay, so 5 up. Oh, well, that doesn't work as it is, right? So you're just applying Elliott rule set, all right? If you're trading, oh, fuck, how are you? Or maybe you're doing that as a 5. Pardon me, maybe you are doing that. I was gonna say if you're thinking 3, that's not far enough for a flat. Okay, let's go look at it. Where are you on? Cardano to tether. Do I have it up here? I think I do. Okay, so let's get Cardano to tether on a 1 hour. And what I think you're on Binance, right? What you gave me? You're on Binance, yeah. Okay. Wow. Oh shit! This looks like this could be yours as well. Is this yours? Yeah, I think it is. This must be from last week. Oh, see, that's funny, right? Whenever I copy their things, I always get their color, I get their whole thing, right? So that's funny that stayed. So I guess I haven't brought it. Well, see, I wouldn't bring it up on Binance because I can't trade on Binance. So that's why it's still there. Okay, so let's take a look here. Oh, come here. Same challenge down here, right? What is it? Right, expansion. Okay, so he's wondering. Let's see. Let's take one of these off. If we completed up here, which is not an unreasonable thought, if we completed something, where are you here? Oh fuck. Well, let's just go with that. 1. Oh, see, this is where I get their colors. Kind of fucks me up. All right. Especially guys who use white. I used to use white. Now it just blows my eyeballs out. I used white for years. Funny how you make that switch, right? And it's hard to go back. Okay, well, you've got to be. Well, if you're for AB, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Well, okay, right. So we're back to the. Okay, do we need to be in log here? Does that look like it's 60% of the move? No, it doesn't. Right. So that's why coming out of log scale and then it puts all of this in a little bit better perspective, right? This, right? Do we want to count this? Could we? Probably you could struggle with it. Is it relevant? That's really what you got to be asking yourself. Is it relevant? Is this relevant to this? The only thing that's relevant is from this contraction came this expansion. So if we're coming down here now, that looks a little better. A, B, C. It makes more sense. It has perspective. That looks like it's 707 maybe. Yep, just a little past the golden zone. You have to do this long enough, you can just eyeball it. Okay, so they wick that out here. You still got your 80% in play, even though it's not a golden. The 80% is still in play, right? We've got that target, right? Well, here's the now we broke the algo, so that's not a good target because that's a clear break. That's oh, let's see. We closed above, right? So this algo is killed, right? So you've lost Al on the short side. Where do you get him back, right? Just a reminder, when I say that, doesn't mean we can't get him back. You can get him back right here. Right, if you assuming you follow me, right? We can get him back right here, right. It doesn't have to go to the golden zone, right? It could be right here. It could be a front run on the 50. Somewhere in this range here, we're likely to get him back. So this one we can take out. 80% still in play, right? We could hit it here. So how would we be doing this? So this would be A, B, C. Put these in yellow. Okay, A, B, 1, 2, 3. Oh, A, B, C into the B. So A, B, C into the B. That's all clean. You kind of left me hanging here, but I'm going to assume that what you're doing here is this. Let's tighten that up. Now it's a correction, so you always want to consider a shift and a correction, right? That we might be coming towards the edge, which means you've already hit your. This piece of it. So it wouldn't be shocking to see the bounce come off that median line tag. And then a target, it's not so much the median line as it is the lower parallel. But we can keep either one, right? So you kind of go back and forth. When you have that wide of an angle, you can consider both. This would be 1, 2, 3, right? So if you're hitting that, likely you're coming lower. So we can label that, right? Again, it's the advantage of Elliott Wave. 2, 3, 4, 5. If we're doing that. Now that's a, why so fat there? Why so fat? It's got to be related to this. So let's get a, if you can, if you have it, that's not what I want. I want this one, right? You always want to check volume profile, right? Where's value? Where are the high volume nodes? This might be a little fat, right? So we're on the, there's a low volume node there, right? So they tend to, react on the ledges, right? So it's because if you get through one ledge, you're likely going to the next ledge. So maybe that's what he's looking at there. That'd be my guess what he's thinking. 1, 2. If that goes 3, if this goes 1, 2, now I don't have this. Excuse me. God damn, excuse me. If I don't have this, I don't have it. All I've got is the ingredients of, something maybe going in here. 1, 2. How can we get out of here in a bullish capacity? Can we? Is there a bullish trade on this? Well, that's a conundrum. Let's let me split this. Let's start from scratch. Let's see here. Let's get the crosshair off. I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, we'll go to Coinbase. I was gonna go to BloFin, right? And I got to drop my sponsor in there a little bit because they're our sponsor, right? But not just that, but because we think they're a great exchange. Okay, so blank chart, right? What are you going to see here? Out of log scale. Okay, well let's go back to right. Boom. Well, at a glance, right? It's tempting to think, oh, ABC, what's the big deal? Tempting, right? To look at it that way. Again, I'm out of log scale, so if I'm going to use this as my pivot that I launched from, I don't know why I've got that. All right, this is my target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I even get away with that? Well, you've got, this is, again, I will give him credit where he says something intelligent, right? Wicks do the damage. Bodies tell the story, right? That's a quote from ICT, which he is absolutely right. Now, look, that's not Wick. That is not Wick, right? That is just oh my God. Look at how they come all the way back. What day is that? Day before the holiday. Interesting. Is there a play here? You gonna truncate that? You'd probably tuck yourself into something like this. Actually, I think you want it here. Is this a force fit? Feels like it might be. I don't like any of that. Interesting, when I go to a 4-hour, now I get wicks. What were we on? We were on something we were on. We just had them as, let's go back to that 4. Oh, this is the one I was looking at. That's a little tricky there. All right, so when it's unclear, what's the right answer? No trade is a trading decision. I don't have a lot of conviction in that. Is that a 5? Well, it looks like it finishes as 1, so it's a mighty bumpy there. Well, there's your low. You're going to go 1, 2? Probably not. Well, let's construct it, right? Again, we're trying to come up with a bull count, right? Do we have one? Is that? Again, I don't like it, right? So I don't want to. Again, think about the right look, right? This is what we're saying. Is that the right look? No. That is not the right look. What is the right look? That would be the right look. This is not the right. It's not what you want to do. Right, so all the more why, okay, maybe, right, but I wouldn't count it that way. I would, oh, fuck me, here, come on. I don't want to connect those two. Now, this is me, right? This is where some, you can call it, experience. I don't like to call myself, but, I've been doing this for a long time, right? So I've seen a whole lot of Elliott waves unfold, right? So, I mean, that's I guess, the point here. So what's an alternate here? Come here. Let's go up to something substantial here. Oh, let's put it in white. 1. All right. So, okay, I don't love this, but I like it better than the other. Am I going to do this? At least it's self-contained. Oh, fuck. Come here. It contains itself. All right, I've got the ingredients here. Well, what would that suggest? If this is 1, 2, and then this is another 1, which is iffy, some might want to do it here or here, but I don't know that it matters, right? So if you take the low to the high, where are we? Now, log scale, out of log scale. Big difference, right? 707, no difference, right? It's less likely to be related, right? This completes, this is the correction. This is unknown, right? Maybe it's a 1, 2. Maybe it's a truncated finish here. I don't think so. Because you've got this is a decent, oh, here, out of log scale, we could do this. Right? Boom. Impulse. 2. Okay, is this more or less bullish? This is more bullish, right? Because if this is 1, 2, and this is, could it be 3? No, I suppose it could be. Right, but then we've lost the impulse, right? Because we've had such an overlap. So what would make more sense here? Oh, let's take this down. Again, I don't say this as in, well, we know for sure that this is a 1, 2, 1, 2. It's just, if you've only got so much to work with here, so you have to make a deduction here based on where are we? What are we doing here? Well, let's bring this one. Let's from this low, and let's get anchored VWAP on there as well. Right, way below, right? We're below value, right? So if it has to snap back. So when it gets below value like this, you're anticipating this will be now the resistance, right? Because bears will want to keep it back out. We get back in here, oh, everybody's fat and happy, right? We're back in value. Where's the opportunity? It's when you're outside of value. Right? We get back in here, it's like, oh, you kind of lost the edge. Right, you're back in value where who fucking knows what's going to happen in here. But when I'm down here, I'm trying to get back to value. Right, that's what bulls would want. Oh, we're trying to get back. We're trying to get back. Can we get back where it's safe and everybody's happy in here? Oh. All right, so that's the reality of what you're dealing with. So I've got a candidate here. This would be another 1. 1, is that 2? Doesn't look like it'd be done, does it? I mean, again, there's no certainty. There's only uncertainty. Well, how do you deal with an uncertain environment? The only one thing you can do is work probabilities. Does that look like it's done? No. What does that look like? It looks like an impulse. A, B, C. Now, if you're lucky, well, we'll get some sort of a flat. So where's a reasonable target? You don't have to pull any fibs or do anything else, right? It's just sitting right there in the volume profile. Right? Tied to this. A. Right. So if you're a bull, now you could, right? Again, if you want to be aggressive here, you could try and trade the B. I wouldn't. Well, mainly because I don't have time. But right, this one, I'd look for that. That's where I want to get in, right there. There. I would let this play, right? A reasonable target back to the POC. That was a pretty good move there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Look at the length of time of this 1, right? 1's very short, 2 very long. 1's pretty abrupt, 2 very long. Do I know this is coming? Of course not. Do I want to buy it there? Well, if you're applying even the most rudimentary of Elliott Wave, no. No. You're not, this is not Well, would you anticipate that being done? Does that look like a 3? How far did it go? Where are we? We're into platinum. We're coming down for 887. Would still be a great entry right here, right? You would have gone through all of this stress, right? Where you and you'd be entering right where you are here. So you got to sit on your hands, right? It's well, I shouldn't say it that way. One thing to consider is that you take no trade here and you just let this complete, right? Because you have no advantage, right? Now maybe, right? Where could you possibly take a trade if you got this AB and it was technical? How could you structure a trade, right? We could use this. Oh, let's just use right. Okay, there's a possibility. You do something like this. Again, remember ledges, right? You watch the ledge. There's the ledge. How would that look from the top? Oh, how interesting. You could take that. Remember, in our purple belt, we only let you trade 3s and C's, so that would be a C of a B, right? So you could take that trade, right? A, B, take that one, right? We want 50 profitable. And then here's the next one, right? You just let them play. A, B, C, 1, 2. You can trade the 3. That's what I see there. Hope that helps. Steel swarm. Okay. How am I doing on time? Oh, shit. Pretty good, right? For me. Okay, Dr. Alban. I've taken to calling this Wi-Fi since I had a little brain fart when I saw it the other day. I thought it was Wi-Fi. But it's Dogwifhat. Let's see what Dr. Alban's thinking. Okay. Oh, how do we know it's Dr. Alban? Because the indicators are going to be at the top. Which is silly, but it's just my brain wants it below. Okay. And I'm going to do a quick, just for consistency. How would I say it that? Okay, I don't discard volume. I want it on in a window below, personally. Right? So, okay, all right. So we're in log scale, and this is the Dogwifhat. This looks like good work here. Nice impulse, correct. Oh, that got a little bumpy there, didn't it? So you'd have to do a diag to complete it, but A, B, C, and so we got diag. So we've got, what are we doing here? 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, leading diag, right? So we can get away with that, right? So even though we have the overlap, we have a leading diag. What are we retracing from? Okay, so this is. Let's do this here. All right, so we push it off just a little bit so we see where we are. Okay, interesting. All right, now that's after the fact, right? But so we bring it out here, right? So here we break, right? So bad news for bulls. Okay, back this way, we've done a 382. Let's go to a 4 here. All right, so again, just to clean up the chart a little bit. Okay, same idea. We complete here. Very similar count. Well, so many of them are going to have very similar counts. Well, we can use an Elliott oscillator here. Let's see if that helps us. I like this one because of the squeeze. Oh, so, you know, potential. What's up there? Not in a squeeze. Well, you can kind of label this. 1, 2, 3. That's a big 4. Going down for the 5. That 4 kind of surprising. Let's get looking at A, B, C. That flies. You went kind of short there. Oh, here, let's bring this up a degree. Here. Good. Does it look like we're done? Well, let's finish it. Let's get a little bit more on there. Well, this is not, you know what you're going to see down here, right? So there's all of that consolidation. So if I were to put, as you should, right, just as habit, right, you should check the volume profile. Okay, well, there's the POC down here, so that's a reasonable target, right? That would make sense. Now we're in log scale. Let's take it out. What are we at here? From 1 to 4, right? Well, there's literally 4 times the range, so we got to look at it in log. You could kind of hone this in. Pretty good, right? So okay, so it wouldn't matter where this was happening. Would not matter. All right, so I'm gonna Dr. Alban. I know he just for our benefit. Okay, that's a 4 hour. Let's get in there. That's a little choppy there, but look, maybe if we're doing this now, this is potentially where you're going to find the 4, right? Because we stop, but we pause. We don't progress the trend. It's oh, that's a 4. Let's try a 30. So what do you have to be mindful of, right? Could this be the 3, 4 of the internal, right? And you've got 1 more to go, right? So this is what you're looking for. Okay, is that because I need an impulse here. Oh, so let's consider that as an alternate, right? So that we've got it fully dialed in. What are we gonna do here? Oh, something like that. 1, 2, 3. Looks like that could have 3, 4, 5. So could we be done there? That's a pretty good kick. Did we sweep any liquidity down here? Well, we did. Right, that would be the next thing you'd be looking for. Okay, well, if it's a good low, likely you'd want to see some liquidity swept, which we definitely get right here. All right, so we get the liquidity sweep there. So okay, well now, right, this is all just one leg down. Remember, right, so we're kind of highlighting this. This is all one move, right? How do we know when the low is in? Is it in? No. Is it in? Nope. How about now? Oh yeah, definitely now. Definitely now. Nope. Maybe. But not until you got to sweep a low or sweep a pivot. You got to sweep a pivot, right? Then you have the ingredients, right? Right now we can't bake the cake. I don't have the flour. No rise. Let's change this color so I don't confuse you. I guess we're gonna have to take that down to minuscule. See, I mean that's the question mark, right? So because we know this is a 4 of something. Right, we pause, we don't progress the trend. 4 of something. 1, 2, 3, 4. God, that's perfect. 5, right? So that. Let's take this up. All right, real contender right here. Now, how are you going to know? Well, okay, you don't. There's no knowing, but we can create some. so mile markers, for lack of a better term, right? So right now, until I sweep the last pivot high here, I have no idea whether I've got a low, right? Something I have to sweep this is all one move, so I got to sweep that. Okay, then I got a candidate, right? Where is that going to happen? Oh, I'm on a 30-minute here, so we can complete the potential, right? Now, Dr. Alban, I'm just giving you an alternate here. So here's the pocket, right, where we might anticipate that retrace. So what are you eyeballing here? Do you get that? All right. So, well, why would that be a good place to, kind of be watching for? Well, here's we have not swept out the high of any of these candles, right? So we'd have to get up to this. You'd have to break this to have any degree of let's call it an inducement, right? So we'd have to break this before we have any clue, right, that we've got a low, right? You can't assume it. You can't go, oh fuck, well that looks like the low, because what are you really saying? I want that to be the low. You can't want it. Well, let me rephrase that. You can want it, but you've got to have an objective way of qualifying it. Wanting it to be the low is not that. Right, so we got to come up here and say, okay, well, all right. I mean, then you come back to where Dr. Alban had it. Oh shit, that's not it. Oh shit, I think I redid it. Well, either way, if it's going to be finished here, right? If it's 1, 2, and we finish right down here, that was kind of what he was implying. If it's finished, okay, well, you could take this. So this is a scenario where you could trade either one of these. You could trade the B into the C, but don't necessarily be looking for this, right? So you'd want first you got to take this, right? Then you got to break the golden that'll be there from the top. Some qualifiers have to happen here before you really lean into low is in. You trade the B to the C, right? Now, if it takes off on you and you end up with a 3, well, there's a high class problem. If it's this far, oh, odds are, right? Oh, guess low was in. Now, so then you're thinking, oh, son of a bitch, that fucking guy on YouTube told me I shouldn't. Right? Did you miss anything? What would you anticipate? Right? Oh, low is in. Oh, I just did a 5. What would we? This would be inducement. This would be break of structure. What are you anticipating now? Did you really miss anything, or did you just apply a bit more discipline to your trade plan? I know this, if that's me, I'm going to have a whole lot more comfort level and conviction buying it here than I am going, God, I hope, oh, shit, I hope. You make your own calls there, right? That's the beauty of this. We don't trade it for you. We just give you things to consider, to think about it. It looks like it's... These are a little careful with those signals. Oh, let's see here. So what would I like there? Let's come back to a 60. Okay, let's get some targets. Use the tools, right? I mean, they're right there. It wasn't going to take you 15 seconds to do that. Not even that. 7, 8 seconds. Where do they typically go? You got a big fat zone down here that looks pretty intriguing. All right, we can't go below this, right? If we start going lower, right, the whole thing breaks down, right? It's game over, right? On the idea that we went 1, 2. We can go right up to that pivot, but we can't break it. Oh, the other thing I would add in here just to complete the measuring, right? Again, it's 1, 2, 3. I guess you got to do it here. Interesting, right? So A, B, again, something I will remind you, there are no random pivots. It's just, can you find why it pivoted there? Well, there you go. Boy, I do like it down here, but same answer, right? If it comes down here, you don't have to be the hero. Let it pop. Much better risk reward. If you get the 3, your risk reward is much better. Okay, hope that helps, Dr. Alban. Oh, you guys are circling around to the bottom and adding more. That's all right. We got a good number today. Okay, hope that helps, Dr. Alban. Okay, so I think we did that one. Okay, let's do this one here. Okay, what have I got here? This is Griff. I did my best on this one. Okay, well, oh shit, come on. Oh fuck, white screen coming. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, Griff, is that what you meant to give me? Bitcoin? Oh, you did. Well, you helped a little bit. He put it in a gray. I don't have a gray. Maybe I can keep it gray for him, so it's not so harsh. Okay, so we're on a 15-minute. Okay. Well, you're on the right track here. Okay. First question is, why a 15-minute? And I'm only saying that in the context of, it's so tempting, right, to want to go down to the smaller time frames, and if you're on it all day, I would propose to you, right, that in general everything we teach is more effective 1 hour and above. It gets so squirrely here. So, for example, now I know you're saying you did the best you could. What would you? Right, I got a 1. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, is that what you're saying? 5? Oh shit! I can't. I gotta change this. This is too weird. Okay, let's go back here. Maybe I'm not sure I would count it that way. Well, is there a better count? Right? It's not. It gets a little bit better here. It looks like we get a good finish here. Well, it's not a great finish. Let's come out of log scale. Do we need log scale? I'm not sure what you're doing there. Oh, I guess what is that? Oh, here, I got to break this down. Sorry, Griff, I got to break this apart here. Let's go back to a 60 and see where we are. Okay, all right. So we kind of looked at this. This is I like that you're making the effort here, but you leave me hanging here. Where are we? Not me. I mean, you leave yourself hanging here. What is that? If we completed the 5, is this the 2? 2? No, I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just trying to understand and help you apply our method here. Oh, what are you doing here? Is that you doing a wolf wave or something? I'm not sure. Oh shit. Would that be what you're thinking there? Oh. Okay, so you're trying to go into lows are in, and we're going to do a 5 there. Let's reconsider that. let's see. Look at it here. Sorry, I maybe I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't just bail on yours. Okay, this I don't think we got that right. But I like that you're making the effort. Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit. Okay, that as a 1, 2. Okay, that flies. Let's brighten this up here so we can see it a little better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so question mark there is okay, let's go down to a 30 here and let's pick this apart. I don't mean your work. Let's pick the actual. Oh fuck me! Now I lost it. Let's go back here. Hang on. Where did you start it? Here. Okay, so how you launch it makes a difference. Okay, so if we zone in here, if indeed, and it would appear the way you're counting this, that you're trying to play this as an impulse. Well, right, if this is your 3, do I have an impulse here? Let's see if we can count it. 1. Oh shit, I can't have that. Oh, I got to take that off. Oh fuck, here, settings. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let me come back to this. Hang on. Let's go to micro. Okay. Let's see if we can count an impulse in there. 1, 2. All right, if it's an impulse, we can't overlap. So can I get an impulse in that? No. This? I don't think so, right? Can we do this? It doesn't look like we can. Oh, I gotta get that off there. All right, so that's the problem, right? So, and when I say problem, maybe that's the wrong word, right? If this is the 3, that means I gotta have an impulse here, and I don't. So then you might say, oh, well, okay, but what about a diag, right? Because there's only 2 things it can be. Right? It's either an impulse or a diag. ABC, 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 well, fuck me. ABC, so perhaps the 4 would be here. The 1 would be here. So even though we don't overlap, right, it's still more likely to be an impulse, right? So the reason that matters and why it would take time to do it when we're going back to, what are we going back to here, to August? Because it sets the tempo for the TA, or at least the Elliott, from the launch, right? So if you get the first one wrong, oh, you're a little bit off, right? Okay, so if this is the 1, 2, what's that? Is it this? Is it this? We're doing something like this? Because this looks like you might have a 5 there. Whoa, 1, BC, 2, 3, 4. You might, right? So you could, maybe it plays better that way. But it's still not an impulse. You can't wish it to be an impulse, right? You actually probably have to do this, A, B, C into that 4. So you don't really get an impulse. Okay, right now, does it matter? That's the question, right? Well, we could probably go, can we get away with that? Yeah, let's do it. So we can probably go 1, 2, what's that? 3? Probably not. I probably got to put them somewhere. Oh shit, I guess we're doing this from scratch. I didn't mean to get into this. So here, sometimes I take a turn. I don't know what I got myself into. All right, so now I got to finish this. Okay, so where are we? 1, 2. Shit. Not sure I wanted to do this, but okay, what is that? Looks like a 5. All right, if this is A, B, C into the 2, well, these have to go a whole lot higher. So let's get these up here. I guess we're doing Bitcoin from scratch here. All right, fuck. Well, here I'm into it now. Okay, 8, 1, 2, right? So if there's a 3 up here, we would assume there's a 3 here given the 1, 2. Okay, how do I get there, right? I got to get there in an impulse. It's not, see, this, again, I'd bring you back to, this is the massive advantage that Elliott Wave has over everything else. Period. If that's a 1, 2, this has to be an impulse. Do I have an impulse here? Well, let's see. Sure, it looks like I do. Now let me take that down to a lower degree. And you then count it out. Shit, I don't think we have it there, actually. I think it's here. 3. You could do this a couple of different ways, actually. This clearly is a 4 of some sort, right, where we just stop. We don't progress the trend. Now, we have a little bit of the benefit of hindsight here in that when you're here, you don't know what's, oh, here we go. Oh, I guess not. So this is all just a whole lot of sideways, right? So that's why the suggestion is we're doing some sort of a flat unless we are going to break lower, right? Now, is the 4 in here? So we're getting all the way over here to where he is. I'm going to just bust that just for a second. If this is 3, and if this could be 4, now how could we do that? Well, that's where, it gets a little tricky. Oh, let's get to a 4 here. We get a bigger picture. I'm doing this. All right, where are we? A, B, C, A, B, C, A. Right, it's about to get messy, right? If indeed, or let's qualify it. If this is the correct count, right? If this is what we've got, which is reasonable, A, B, C, W, A, B, C, X, A, B. What are we looking for? We're looking for a Y for that 4. Where's all the obvious low-hanging fruit, right? We can, oh shit, I have it on here. Let's see if that'll help, right? You can see all the liquidity, right? So what's been grabbed? Grab. What's waiting? What's hanging down here naked? Naked pivot. Oh. A. Right, you're not going to call that corrective, right? That's just a waterfall. A, B, C, B, C. Oops. Oh, fuck me. I guess we would do it this way. We'd be W. Fuck me. Hang on. I've got to remember how I've counted it here. A, B, C into a W. I forget. So this goes this way. I think this is what we want here. I think that's how I've got it. W, X, Y into the B. Oh, I want this up here. Okay. Does that look like we can finish there? Oh, fuck. It's just easier to do it over here. Okay. Does that look like we're done here? If this is A, B, C into a W, so we go A, W, X, Y into the B. Let's make that bigger. Bad news. Technically, that's bad news for bulls. Right? Is that a 3? Now, first assumption here is that we have this correctly identified. You can see, right, they wicked, oh, that got bumped a little bit, right? So they wicked that, right, just to grab that liquidity. So there's a good candidate for the Y of the B. We actually don't want this count to be correct. Because what does it imply, right? It's, again, what do we know? See, right, and this is last stand, right, for this count before we go into vapor, right, and there's no support. There'd be no support until you got down to here, 74. So this is bad news, right? So the farther this goes, the worse it is, right? So we want this to hold here, right? Fine, yeah, come sweep that liquidity, great. Now give me a retrace back to the POC, that would make sense. And let me hold right here because I do not want to break that, right? Because there's nothing. So what are we watching for now? That. Assuming, right, do we have the low here? All right, when we get the low here, if we were to sweep this, which is a reasonable assumption, on this kick, careful, right, because I guarantee you retail will assume, right, lows in. I know, I do not, that certainly could be. You want to do that? At the POC where you have absolutely no edge at a golden zone? Well, that would be much like the people who bought it right here. You know they did. How's that working out for them? Yeah, I can preach it week after week after week, but I wouldn't be shocked if some of you bought that. Okay, so we have to wait now. If you're a bull, okay, do we have a pivot? Well, at least let's take out that swing right here, right? So we can take out this, so we know we got a low. Then okay, maybe we can start on the idea that the A is in. Oh, pardon me. All right, so I'm looking for a Y. So could this be the A? What the worst case scenario here is that that's a 1. That's possible, right? If we're going down for the C, we're going to look for an impulse. Bad news. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got to stop there. Right. Right, the Y, right? So here's the X. So to put it in full Elliott context, A, B, C, to give me the Y of the 4. So if this is correct, A, B, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's hope we hold there. 85. I think I may have fucked you a little bit when I was first counting that out. A, W, X, Y into the B, meaning, right, we're looking for a C here as an impulse. Or a 5, well, it doesn't have to be an impulse, but a 5. A, B, C. So the full picture, I think I had you a little wonky there. W, X, Y. And then we go off to the moon. Okay. All right. I got a little sideways on that one. Okay. Chicken Rider. What do you got here? Chicken Rider. You didn't get. Let's see if Chicken Rider's following. Nope. Chicken Rider. Come on, man. We're supposed to get a chart from you. Oh, maybe you gave me one. Hang on. I take that back. Chicken Rider. I'm giving you shit, and you don't deserve it. You did give me a chart. No, you didn't. That's all right. Back to giving you shit. All right. You got to give me a chart. Let's see. Let's try one more time. No, you're thinking, maybe it looks like you were trying. Oh, and you must be French, right? So, I guess you are. FR.TradingView. Well, sorry, my friend. I don't have that. I don't know. So, that's bad because Chicken Rider, if you tell me what you wanted, I can't even tell what you wanted with that link. But at least you're making the effort to post a chart. Good for you. All right, here's where we were. Jesus Christ, I got this. X. I got that all backwards. Okay. Steel Swarm. Cardano you gave me. Never get back. Okay, last one here. I think. Right, let's see. Oh, look at that. We're going to be right on time today. Oh, my God. I'm never on time. Oh, but Coco. He must be trading this because I think he's posted this a few times. Now, Coco, whoa, boy, when you're right, it really pays. But when you're wrong, $10 a tick. I used to trade a lot of options in here back when I was a broker. It pays when it says okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a nice work on that triangle. Good, very sexy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. So it's A, B, C. So we're a little wonky there. Okay, let's. Oh, what's something here I could use? Let's do that one. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, give me a second here. And, well, let's get a daily first. Okay. Holy shit. So we can't do that. So, let's try the 4. All right. Well, I guess this is all right. It's going to be a continuous contract. ABC 1, 2. It looks like all right. So it's good idea to get the full count in. All right, we're working on a 4. Impulse. I guess you'd have to do WXY, right? So we can see because it, well, maybe we don't. Let's see. That's such a clear 3. I might be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay, that's not bad news. Is this legit or this is a little questionable? Is that valid? Well, you have to do it as a diag, right? So 1, 2. Well, let's check it. Notice the same way every time. All right, that's our edge. Why do we do it the same way every time? That's our edge. ABC, it looks like you got a wick through the golden, but boom, pretty big rip out of that. So 1, 2, 3, looking for 4, 5. Okay, let's go. So this has to go up a degree. So I know it seems like, oh God, why fuck, what a pain in the ass. It's just worthwhile, right? As you're building accounts, so you don't get lost, even though it takes just a couple of seconds to do it. So this seems like the question is, are we in the 4? How are we looking here? Okay. Looks like we're in the right spot for it. It's literally just force of habit. I always wick these, right? So if I come back to them. Right, it takes such a small amount of time. It's just worth doing. How do we measure here? Pretty aggressive, assuming I've got that right on there. Well, here's a high probability. We've wicked right through it. So pretty good look at that as a 3. What's perfect, right? You'd love it to come down here and sweep that low. So what you gave me on a 30-minute. On the idea that we're going to truncate here. Oh, shit. Let's come back here. All right, so we're going to go A, B. All right, let's dig in there. Okay, doesn't look like a clean impulse. Let's try the 30. Looks like I get an A here. I don't think I can get that done here. Well, let's consider this. Right? So here's what he's trying to get. Can we get that? I'm not sure we can. Well, it has to be here. Yeah, that's iffy there. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. I can't. That's the higher. That's got to be the 2 there. So you got this. Ugh. So you might have to do this. Well, here, I mean, this is, again, here's the sausage making. Where is it? Where is it? These two are not related, so whatever this is not related to this. There's no 3, 4, 5. I'm more inclined to think it's this way, and I think we'll the fact that we are here, that's to me that's too much of a hopium. This is what he's after, right? This is what he's hoping for. So it just occurs to me as I look at it. Now it's always tricky with triangle. What's the alternate here? Because this just doesn't look right. There's your alternate. Now, we could have a, we could do it this way. Let's see what happens here. I would like this much better here, because this is, okay, so I'm gonna trade on Abby normal. Now, again, who knows, right? This could just fucking go vertical, right? So, whenever you're trading anything that's weather sensitive, it's a whole new ball game. Believe me, I traded this shit for 10 years. Anything commodity that's weather related, you're trading the weather. It's, supply and demand. What's the bullshit? You're trading the weather. I did it for 10 years. You're trading the weather. So what you'd want to see is for this to come back. You're looking for a 3 here. Do we have a 3? Is that a 3? Not really, right? So what you don't want is for that to blow up, right? Because then you're going to blow up the triangle. It's always, until you're here, it's so hard to call a triangle. But it just doesn't, I wouldn't want to trade it as the C and this is the 1. It's just too, is that a good find? Maybe you could talk yourself into that. It looks like a better 3 though. It looks like a better A. Fuck, that could be a triangle. Looks like a better 3 than a impulse for that. Now, watching, don't want that. Well, don't want, right? Well, for the triangle to hold, I'd feel better buying it here than going, okay, well, we're going to do something unusual. So how could that fly, right? If we take the triangle off, you could make, there's a play there. I don't want to suggest that there's not. Oh, here, come here, hide. Okay. If that's a WXY and this is going to go, well, then you'd have to do it this way. You're still truncating. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay, again, for me, I'm going to wait and see what I get. God, I'm already to him. I don't even like to go that low. I want to see what I get here, right? If I pop and retrace, well, then the triangle starts to look better. Right now, I'm just getting a vertical kick here. So there's a trigger, something. What do I got? Something triggered it. Cocoa prices tumble, tame volatility. Well, they fall sharply. Well, this is typical commodity trading, right? They will do the opposite, right? Crude is probably the most perverse of this, right? Whatever the crude report is, it will go the exact opposite way. So that could be the same thing here, right? So a headline comes out, and what do you think retail does? They start selling it. What does the muscle do, right? And this is very heavy. This is mostly traded in London, right? They will fuck them immediately. They will put them under pressure. So careful with that. Who's in this? Never get back. It looks much better if you could buy it over here on the 4. My opinion, right? Now, if this is going to go and break up here, just wait for the retrace. It's not hard. Wait for that. 4 would be in here on a little bit of a funky, right? Can't you see how that triangle right now, do we get it? You don't know, right? If it breaks this, triangle's out. You could probably, do some sort of like this barrier triangle of some sort. A, B, C, D. Break this, game over, triangle off. Right, which is another huge advantage to Elliott Wave because I can eliminate a possibility, a roadmap, right? Right now, it looks to me like that's going to be a triangle, but who knows? If it does this, triangle's off the table, right? Then what do I know? That's not going to be 5. That's going to be the 1 of the 5. Again, nothing else gives you that kind of roadmap. Nothing. Nothing. If there was, I'd teach it. Okay, I got to finish there. All right, guys, what do we... Oh, shit. I made it with only 10 minutes. God, that's so rare for me. All right, glad I made it. Okay. Hope you guys got something out of this. God, it's so hard for me to do this and look at the chat. So I apologize if you were trying to reach me there. And I've lost my mouse. Okay. All right. So that's the hope, right? Well, you guys pick up a few nuggets, a few ideas, a little, maybe just watching the sausage get made. It will help you the next time you're trying to construct a count. So that's my hope. And, right, if this kind of trading, this TA appeals to you, you know what I'm going to say next, right? Come join us, right? Free to get in the Discord, kick it around, ask some other people, what's it like in here? Don't ever take my word for it or anyone who's You got a product offering like ours. Don't take our word for it. Come talk to other people that have put some money into it. Right? Are they getting money value for their dollar? Here's what I can tell you. If you participate in our Discord and you post and you ask questions, you're going to get value for the dollar. If you just come in and you just hang out and you never post and never ask questions and never interact, you get nothing out of it, right? You get out of it what you put into it, much like all education. Okay, guys, I'm going to wish you a good one, and I will, what is today? I'll be back on Friday. Okay, take it easy, guys. TradeDevils.com.